Yes, we've come to Psalm 47, and it's a praise psalm. Notice how it begins. Clap your hands, all peoples. It's an instruction to all the peoples, all the nations. They should all be clapping their hands, shouting to God with loud songs of joy. Now, one thing you'll notice in praise psalms is that it doesn't just tell you what to do, it also tells you why to do it. What's the reason? Is there good reason to clap your hands and shout to God with loud songs of joy? And here what we have is the word for. For the Lord, the Most High, is to be feared, a great king over all the earth. And as the psalm goes on, it kind of reinforces that thought that he's a king who is great and he's over everyone. He's in charge. And that is a reason to sing and to celebrate and to praise. Drop down towards the end here. Sing praises to God. Sing praises to our King. Sing praises. Why? For God is the King of all the earth. Sing praises with a psalm. God reigns over the nations. God sits on his holy throne. Notice this all the earth language and the nations. Sometimes you'll find psalms that are just celebrating the fact that God is not local. Right? It's not that he's not close. He's with us. We saw that in the last psalm. But he's not a local God. And maybe this is something that's hard for us to kind of see because we've grown up in a world where God is a sort of generic category, and we tend to think in the Western world of there being one God. But back in the day, it was very much kind of like a playground. You know, my God versus your God. My dad's bigger than your dad. And so the different nations would have their different gods, and they would kind of squabble over territory and fight with one another. But for the people of Israel, there was that very real sense, that reality, that our God is God over all. He's God over all nations. Just think of the implications of that for us today. As we watch the news and we hear of things that are happening in different places, wars and different governments and elections and issues all over the place. God's in charge. Our God is in charge of the whole thing. And so we should sing praises to him. We should worship him because he is the King of all the earth. He reigns over the nations. Verse 9, there's another one. The princes of the peoples gather as the people of the God of Abraham. It's anticipating people from all nations coming together. Why? Well, there's another for down here. For the shields of the earth belong to God. He is highly exalted. Think of all different armies coming together with their banners or shields kind of at the front representing who they are. They all belong to God. He is the one who's in charge. And what a comfort that is. And what a reason to celebrate. So have a look at Psalm 47. There's more in it. I've just scratched the surface. But look at Psalm 47. Notice the use of the word for as it tells you the reason why you should worship God. And then, in terms of application, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? Remind yourself who sat on the throne. Next time you're watching the news, next time you're hearing bad news from somewhere on this globe, just remind yourself, hang on, I can still sing praise to God, and there's a reason why, because he's a great king over all the earth. He's in charge, and that is good news. So read Psalm 47, share your highlights, write in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.